You already know what it is, live with Tone Kapone. Oh man, it's not many times where you get the mama of a superstar in on the show. Stacia, what's up with you? How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No. So everybody knows she is the momager of Polo G, the world phenomenon who really just popped on the scene and just kind of really just took off. And you had a lot to do with that. Let's talk about this whole process. Polo G, you decided to say, you know what, I'm going to manage you, son, and I'm going to take you where you need to be. Now, had you at that point had any music background at all?
Absolutely not. Initially, my background was always in property management. So I did commercial and residential properties where I managed those. And he started buzzing, and I'm thankful that my children and I have such a great relationship that when people start coming to him for deals or whatever, he just didn't sign on a dotted line. He would also always ask my opinion. And then it became a point where the wolves were at the door. Well, I'm like, well, I have to step inside of the manager role.
Yeah, that's it. And let's start from the beginning. I mean, that was a nice little synopsis, the summary, the quick
right?
One. No, I mean,
right to the point.
yeah, you got. Come on, girl. We have the conversation. No, seriously, no, because I really think it's super interesting, really, because of the nature of the business. It is a man's business in a sense where a lot of times women are looked to get taken advantage of. When it all started, talk about your journey a little bit.
So we were in our low income housing, and I would work every day doing property management. And I would always tell my children that they would be phenomenal and they were great. And I made the brand I Birth Legends, one of my brands inside of my low income housing. And because I always believed that they were going to do some crazy, phenomenal things. So my son, I always wanted him to be an attorney or something to that degree, or architect or something. And he's like, yeah, nice, but no. And so he waited until his prom. And I did this big elaborate prom because I was always a firm believer in so many times we celebrate the negative and we need to celebrate the positive, you know? And so I did this elaborate prom send off, and he waited till all the friends and family were there. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to college. I'm gonna be a rapper. And so I'm like, oh, that's a nice way to drop a bomb. I couldn't beat him because I was in front of everybody. So, so I said, you know what? If that's what you're going to do, like, seriously, I support anything that my children do. As long as it's positive, they have my full undeniable support. So I'm like, all right, well, if that's how you're rocking, then that's how I'm rolling. So he would go to meetings and I'm like, let them woo you, let them bring you here, bring you there, entertain ideas, but the devil is in the details. And if the details aren't right, then you don't have a deal, you know? And so it got to a point where I'm like, you know, I have to get involved inside of it because they were sending asinine offers like 5K, 10K. And I'm like, boy, if you don't get your, but anyway, so eventually we went with Sony because Sony ended up not having like at that time, Young Fresh on their roster. And I said, well, he'll be the focus. The thing is, a lot of times when somebody looks at, you have to think about what's beneficial for you, right? So if you go to a roster where it's like all of these rock stars and all of these people doing amazing things, where do you fit in? Because they've already found their priority, you know? And so I'm like, I want him to be a priority. And I haven't regretted the decision. You know, I see people a lot of times scream from the mountaintops, like, I have a horrible deal, F my label, this, that, the other. And thank God that's not our situation, and I couldn't be happier. You know, we really took our time, and it was because our entire family was riding on that decision. You know, we couldn't mess it up. Absolutely could not.
And the fact that and Polo are like most people, but sometimes and not in all cases hold their parents and holds you in very high regard. You know, always tell you see he bought his mom this, or you guys did this. That's also a beautiful situation. Here's the thing for somebody trying to be like you or take control of their child's dream in a sense. How would they go about it?
Well, they would go about it by coming to my seminar December 5th in Atlanta, Georgia.
Like how I set you up for that?
I'm like, I'm walking through the door. You saw that?
Yeah, wow, you're a professional.
But other than that, I'll drop these gems. Like, seriously, make sure that you have your team together. There are amazing artists, but you're only as good as your team, and not one man can do it themselves. You know, you see people who are great in their own right, but because they don't have the right people backing them and pushing them and people that they can actually trust, it goes awry. I also say that for formulating a team and being consistent, you can't have a one hit and then say, okay, I'm gonna say it and drop it and move on. No, you have to be consistent, because with this game, you're only as good as the last thing you put out. You know what I mean? They forget about, oh, this that chopped the charts, or this that did numbers, or whatever the case may be. So you have to be consistent and be you. So many times people want to be a ripoff or a carbon copy of somebody else. What stands out is that you're innovative, that you're unique. And those are things that I would tell parents. Like, if you're going to guide your children, make sure you have their team together. You have people who, when I was orchestrating my son's deal, I started to read. Knowledge is power. I read up on so many things. And when I get into meetings, they'll be like, and who the hell is this? And who is she talking to? Googling these books. But anyway, and I continue to just impart myself with enough knowledge, because if I didn't have that, then I would be doing him a disservice, you know? So make sure that in being knowledgeable of the game, you align yourself with people who have proven records of things. The business manager, entertainment manager, the booking agent, anything that you have, they have to have a track record of already being successful, or it makes no sense.
It makes no sense. That I would say that line your people that up with people that got wins already that you can see, right? Not possible wins, but actual real wins. I mean, it just speaking to you, you did you date somebody or somebody in the music industry or something? Because this is incredible that you have this type of, like, it's not saying it just, it's a unique perspective that you have. A unique perspective, and a lot of times things get lost in the details and stuff. So I commend you on that. So let's just keep going. Let's go ahead. Let's jump to the seminars you have. How do people be involved with it?
So it's available on Eventbrite. The link is in my bio, stacia.mac on Instagram, and it's going to have so much for even the artists and their management, because a lot of times people can be active managers and not doing it right. And that's why their artists aren't excelling and doing things the way that they need to. And then from an artist standpoint, they can be embarking on their journey or currently inside of it and still not know how to properly brand themselves and not know that they are the brand. Everything I did to build my son, I did it with every intent that he would be a superstar. I didn't half-step anything. So if you're not gonna take it seriously and say that this is a full-time job, this is a brand, and this is what I'm building, you know, then don't even waste your time. So I teach people how to effectively brand, and they are the brand, to create an infrastructure inside of their business and their brand. I also put in documents as far as split sheets, because a lot of people have money left on the table that they don't even know about, because they don't even understand about the split sheets and registering their publishing and their royalties. Just the documents alone that I have inside of there, that's worth the $500 for the seminar, because I'm giving you this for the fee of the class, where if you were going to go with an attorney, it would be $500 for the consultation and for each and every document. So it's very beneficial. And then I also deal with mental health, keeping them safe, because a lot of times as an artist, they move wrong. And keeping them safe is, don't go into an Airbnb, do this, do that. And just those steps that take, it's the whole class. When I say it's amazing, it just doesn't cover the sticks and bricks. It covers everything as it relates to artists and artist management.
I want you to manage me right now. Jesus. You are a beast. It's, I mean, you are a legitimate beast, because it is a lot. And I implore anybody to please be a part of your seminar, because what you're saying is 100% true. You don't hear people talk about the splits. You don't hear people talk about the safety, the mental health of it. Like I just said, I was just speaking about this, about, God rest his soul, young Dolph, and the fact that he passed away. And I was saying that people like, oh, well, why is he in Memphis and he should be somewhere else? And I was like, yo, sometimes, as you well know, being a celebrity comes, you want to be around some of your old friends, because it gives you comfort, even though it might be it's a risk of the danger of that. And the fact that you're able to speak to being able to kind of help whatever person that you choose to manage after your son, because I'm sure it's going to be other people.
Oh, no, I have other artists.
You do?
Yeah, I manage Spice, the Queen of Dance Hall, and I also manage Asian Doll.
Let's go. And they got a beast on their team.
And I manage my children. Leilani just dropped her first single, Last Strike. It's doing amazing. And then my son, Trench Baby, he has 2 singles that are out and they're doing well also. So I'm not a one-hit wonder. I can wash, rinse, and repeat and do it with the next person.
Man, I'm talking. What? Come on, give me. Just give us. I enjoyed this interview so much. I want to keep talking to you because you got so much game. I want to keep talking to you. So, guys, I'm giving you the Toga Pole endorsement. Please sign up for this. If you have a child in the music industry or you are thinking about managing, not even necessarily a child, someone else's child in the music industry, definitely she's going to help you out. Give them the information again, please.
Sure, it's on IG, my IG, Stacia.Mac, an Eventbrite link, and we still have seats available for a limited time, not a long time. So come on, click the link and get the knowledge that you need. I'm more than willing to share it.
Okay, absolutely. So it's you can also in person and online.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Hey, feel free to wait a minute before I let you go. What any exclusives coming with Polo G? Come on. You might as well tell me. We right here. Come on.
I'm going to tell you absolutely nothing. He's trying to get me fired on live.
Your son can't fire you, beat him. You can't fire mama. But I mean, like, nothing. I mean, like, music.
I can tell you that we're very, very close since the Michael Jackson drop. And I'm so pleased that the estate and honored to even let us drop that. It went crazy with the leaks. So we were like, we have to monetize this. And the estate was more than happy and willing to let us pay homage to him. But we're going to couple that with a rollout for the deluxe. So you can look forward to that as in addition to the tour.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I wish you nothing but the best. I'll say it again. I'll keep repeating it. Please sign up for Stacia Max. Her whole seminar about management. She is going to take you from 1 to 0, 1 to 100, or 1 to 100, and get you all ready to go and tapped in.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.